Hi YouTube, it is Rizzo and I have just removed my Dexcom G6 from this arm and I'm going to insert it on this arm. So the reason why I've chosen to do the arm today is just because in the next week we will be floating down the river. So I kind of want it up on my arm so I can kind of help keep that out of the water completely if possible. I know it'll get wet and get dunked once in a while, but for the most part, I want to try to keep it up out of there. So the first thing I always do, of course, I stopped my sensor on the app a little ahead of time just because my time frame was getting later and later and I wanted to do it at a decent time so it's up and running before I go to bed tonight. So I've already done all that. I removed my other one and stopped the sensor. I have removed the transmitter and have it sitting here waiting to be put back in. And now I'm gonna insert the new one and then I'll get that started on my phone and wait for the 2 hours for it to get started. So what you haven't seen is I did go and wash my arm just with soap and water and rinsed it and dried it. And I let that dry for a few minutes during my other video. Next, I'm just gonna take an alcohol swab and I'm gonna turn here. And I always just try to then clean that area. Even though I've washed it with soap and water, I'm gonna go ahead and do it with an alcohol swab also. Just that way, so I know it is nice and clean. And I kind of go all over the area here, so. Okay, and it looks pretty clean, so we're good. So I'm gonna let that dry. So the other one I kind of put, looks like right on the side, back side part. And I'm gonna try to do the same thing on this side. So we will see. All right, so while that's drying, I have my nifty little sensor insert. And I'm just gonna open that up. And it looks like this. And then it does have a little paper here that you remove. So I'm just gonna remove that. And always keep your little tabs with the numbers on it, this top one, because it is the code that you're going to put into the system in your app in the phone when it's ready. So I'm gonna look, it looks like I did the top side, the rounder side on the top part. So I've chosen to do the rounder, wider part on the top and we will see how this goes. I'm not left-handed, so yeah. And then I wanna try to make sure that I get it somewhat in the same area. So I am just gonna choose this area and then you're gonna press it down and hold it and just move it around is what I do. And then it has this little tab that I just flick off. And then we are going to just push the button on the count of 3, right? So 1, 2, 3. And voila. Okay. So I'm hoping that it is somewhat in the same area that I did my other one because it worked really well for me. And I don't know, it looks somewhat straight. Okay, so I got a little wrinkle down there. So I'm just gonna kind of smooth this out. And it says that you're supposed to rub this outer edge about 3 times. I'm gonna push really hard on that little wrinkle there. And yeah. All right, so looks like I got a couple of wrinkles that time. Last time I was really lucky, the last few. This is like the third time I think that I've put this on. I put one on my stomach and one on my arm, and now the arm again, so. Okay, so now I'm just going to insert my sensor. And I always do the small end first. And then you should hear clicks. And there was the 2 clicks. So my new transmitter, or the same transmitter I should say, that I've had on for the last month, goes back in and ta-da. So now that that's on, I can go back to my settings, or actually just to your normal Dexcom G6 app, and it'll say new sensor, and you just follow the directions on putting on a new sensor. And then it'll ask for the code and all of that, and then it'll restart, and it takes 2 hours to boot up. Now I am going to also put on another patch. Right now, the only patches that I've ordered that I've received are the Not Just a Patch, and I'm not affiliated with them, but it works really well. I had it on my other one, and I have pink and beige, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove this. And actually, I was checking the old one that I pulled off just to make sure. So you just tear off the back side and you leave the middle on there. It is sticky underneath this area, so if you remove this area, it will stick to the transmitter. I personally don't ever take that off. I'll leave it on. And then left-handed again, I'm gonna try really hard here to center this. And then I always start with the top and kind of lay that down first. And the sides. And then smooth out the bottom. So yay, we have the new sensor on, the new patch, and beautiful pink it is. And yeah, there we go. Easy peasy, and left-handed, and I'm not left-handed, so you can do it. Just go for it. If you've never tried, or if you're trying to do it by yourself, it is easy to be done. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I hope this helped. Just make sure that you definitely subscribe and hit the bell and the like button. I am a new type 1 diabetic, and this is, like I said, only the 3rd time that I'm putting this on by myself. And yeah, I love the Dexcom. The alarm system's amazing. Wouldn't have it any other way right now. So there you are. Thanks for watching. Bye.